What if your AI could do more than just talk? Imagine a world where artificial intelligence doesn't just think, it acts. We're talking about the massive leap from AI models to AI agents. It's the difference between a brain in a jar and a brain with hands, equipped with a whole new toolkit to interact with the world. With tools like the shell, secure containers, and long-term memory, the possibilities are becoming limitless. Today, we're unpacking the agent's new toolkit. Let's dive in and see how we're giving AI a body.
All right, let's dive into what might just be the next giant leap in artificial intelligence. We're talking about the jump from AI models to AI agents. This is all about moving from an AI that can just talk to an AI that can actually do things.
So let me just start with this one question. What if your AI assistant could do more than just chat with you? What if it could actually, take on an entire project and see it through from start to finish? That's exactly the future we're going to unpack here.
I absolutely love this analogy because it just nails the core difference. On one side, you've got the AI model as we know it today, basically a brilliant brain in a jar. It's got all this knowledge, but it can't act on it. And then on the other side, you've got the AI agent. It's that same amazing brain, but now it has hands and a whole set of tools. It's not just thinking anymore, it's doing. It's interacting with the world.
To really appreciate just how big a leap this is, let's first take a look at the world we're in right now. The world of the brain in the box.
Here's the thing you got to remember. Even the most powerful models we have today, like ChatGPT, are fundamentally trapped. They're stuck inside this digital box. You give them text, they think about it, and they give you text back. That's it. They can't go browse a live website for you, they can't organize your files, and they definitely can't just whip up a spreadsheet out of thin air.
So the huge question is, how do we get that brilliant brain out of the box? Well, that's where we make this jump, from being just a model to becoming a true agent.
So, what is an AI agent? Simply put, it's what you get when you take a powerful AI model and give it its own computer to play with. It stops being just a language machine and becomes a task machine. It can run code, it can pull live data right off the internet, and it can create actual real files, like a report or a spreadsheet, all on its own.
Now, that sounds pretty incredible, right? It feels like the obvious next step. So the logical question is, if this is so powerful, why isn't every AI an agent already?
Well, it turns out that trying to build these things opens up a massive can of worms. You suddenly hit all of these really practical, kind of boring engineering problems. I mean, think about it. Where does it store its scratch work? How do you let it use the internet without creating a gigantic security nightmare? And what about memory? How do you keep it from forgetting what it was supposed to do halfway through a really long project?
And these are the exact problems that OpenAI has been chipping away at with something they call the Agent's New Toolkit. This is the set of tools that's finally designed to give that brain a body and a place to actually get some work done.
The first piece of the puzzle, and it's a huge one, is the shell tool. Now, if you've ever opened up a command line or a terminal, you know what this is. It gives the AI the power to type text commands to search files, download data, and even run little programs.
But let's go back to our analogy, because it's the perfect way to understand this. The shell tool is what gives the brain in a jar hands. For the very first time, the AI can reach out and type commands to manipulate a computer just like you or I would.
Okay, so the agent has hands now. But where does it actually do its work? You can't just let it run wild on your personal computer. That would be a security disaster waiting to happen. The solution is something called a container. It's a totally secure, isolated little sandbox environment that's built just for the AI.
And this, right here, completes the picture. If the shell tool gives the AI its hands, the container is its own private, secure workshop. It's a safe, controlled space where it can build things and work on projects without ever causing any trouble. And this workshop, it doesn't come empty, it's fully equipped. It's got a file system for storing files, of course. It's got access to databases for handling structured data. And super importantly, it has secure network access. This means it can get online, but only in a way that's totally safe and monitored. But there's still one more big problem we have to solve. You see, AI models have a notoriously short attention span, something we call a context window. If a project gets too big, they can literally forget the original instructions. The fix for this is a really clever process called compaction. It basically summarizes the project as it goes, constantly reminding the AI of the most important details so it stays on track.
So, to put it simply, compaction is what gives the agent its long-term memory.
It's the secret sauce that lets it tackle really big, complex jobs that take a lot of time without losing the plot halfway through.
Okay, so we've got the hands, we've got the workshop, and we've got the memory. Let's see how this all comes together in an actual task. Let's walk through an agent's very first project.
So here's what that workflow really looks like. Let's say you ask it to analyze your company's sales data. First, it figures out which of its tools it's going to need. Then, it makes a step-by-step plan. Step 3, it uses its hands, that shell tool, to go online and grab the latest data. Then it pulls that data into its workshop, the container, to clean it up and organize it. And finally, step 5, it spits out the finished product you asked for, like a perfectly formatted spreadsheet.
So let's zoom all the way out. What does a world filled with these kinds of AI agents actually look like? What are the bigger implications here? I think the most important thing to realize is that this isn't just another small feature update. It's a single, massive, fundamental shift in what an AI even is. We are really moving from a passive tool that just gives you information to an active partner that actually completes tasks for you.
And look, you don't have to take my word for it. You can see this is the end game if you just look at what OpenAI themselves are saying. This quote lays out their entire vision perfectly. They want to move way beyond just generating text and images and start handling complex, real-world tasks. That is the whole point of building AI agents.
And this leaves us with a pretty gigantic question to chew on. I mean, if an agent can be your business analyst, your graphic designer, and your web developer, the possibilities start to feel almost limitless. It completely changes how we think about work itself. So the real question isn't just, can it do these things? It's what on earth are we going to ask it to do next?